Hello YouTube, this is RX. I'm going to show you guys my mill side into burn deck. Well, it sort of burns as it is. It's a fun deck, I like it a lot. It pisses my opponents off and makes them scoop before anything happens because it's so annoying. It's done good so far. I've seen a couple mill decks on YouTube and they're good in their own way, but I wanted to expand more the mill deck as it is, and here it goes. One Knight Assailant. When this card is discarded from your hand, you can return a flip effect monster from your graveyard to your hand, which recycles mostly everything. Two Masks of Darkness. When this guy is flipped, you can add a trap card to your hand. And Morphing Jar number 2. When this card is flipped, well, yeah, all monsters are returned to the deck, and then you special summon the same number of monsters as you returned, and it gets rid of all my opponent's high hitters and makes them discard a lot if they're running a lot of high hitters in their deck because they cannot be normal summoned. I run 3 of these. Next is Needleworm, staple in mill decks, just mills 5. Yeah, that's about it. 3 of these, and a Morphing Jar. Discard your hand, draw 5. It's awesome draw power and mill. Desquala. I have him here because he's a nice 18 defense, and when he's flipped, it burns 400 times the number of cards in his hand, which is kind of like a nice burn. If they have 5 cards, that's 2,000 burn, and if they like soul them before or something, that's like half. That's really good. I could recycle them with Morphing Jar number 2 back to flip down and stuff. A Sangan just to search stuff. Stealth Bird. I have 2 Stealth Birds. They're basically flip and inflict 1,000 damage to your opponent, and you could keep flipping him back down by his own effect. And he's a good 1,700 defense. I have 2 of these, and a Spirit Reaper, just for defense. And then I have a Plague Spiritor, just in case. This deck does run a lot of annoying stalls, which often leaves my field with like 3 flipped up needleworms and stuff, and then I have like 4 slots and I need to summon other stuff. So I use this one to like synchro all my needleworms until like a Stardust or something. I don't know, just to clear my field in order for me to like keep setting down monsters to flip. I run 3 Book of Eclipse. Basically, they flip all monsters face down, and then your opponent flips his face down monsters to face up during the end phase, and draws 1 card for each. It's a good mill / stall because they could declare an attack, and then you go Book of Eclipse, and then all their monsters are face down for the rest of the battle, which can save your ass. I got 3 of these, and Book of Taiyu. I'm running 2 Book of Taiyus. That one's over here. Book of Taiyu. I run Book of Taiyu over Book of Moon because once they realize that I'm running mill, they will want to like get rid of all my flip effects before attacking to them. Like they'll Caius them, or they'll Ryza them, or their Phoenix Flame Blast them, or they'll Soul Exchange, all those crappy stuff that makes me like lose since I don't get my flips. So this card allows me to like set a Morphing Jar number 2 and then flip it right away to get rid of all my enemies high levels, and it's a good card. Flip instantly. The Shallow Grave basically allows both of us to special summon a monster and face down, which is really good. Recycle my flip effects. Card Destruction, I run this because I like to use it once I like, if I get a hand with like a monster and like 4 spells and another monster or something, I could just like use this, draw 1, and then get rid of all, just set everything, then use this, and pretty much make my opponent discard and draw, which is a nice mill. I use Giant Tyrannate because sometimes you do run into those Royal Decrees and macros or something That'll fuck you up. Same purpose, Heavy Storm, just to draw out Solemns mostly. Heavy Storm. And Crush Card Virus. I use Crush Card Virus just to annoy. I don't really use it for game. Just I can recycle it with Mask of Darkness. I have a whole bunch of targets. Mask of Darkness itself, Sanghan, Spear Reaper, Stealth Birds, whole bunch of targets. I've used this card like three times in a single duel. It's really annoying. Mirror Force basically saves your ass from getting OTK'd, or it saves your ass from getting your monsters flipped when you don't want them. 3 Solemn Judgments. I use these for like getting their annoying noblemen's a cross out or something that'll really fuck you up. 3 Dark Bribes. They negate spell or trap, and they make him draw 1, which is it's good middle and defense, I guess. Yeah. I run 3 Wabalkus. Basically, it stops your monsters from getting destroyed and saves you from OTKs. And but they don't stop your opponent from flipping your monsters that turn, which sometimes can be in your advantage. I use 3 Threatening Roars to stop battles, stop attacks, stop OTKs. Same thing as Wawaku. And I use 3 Thunder of Rule. Basically, this is like a Wawaku and like a Threatening Roar, but you can only activate it during your opponent's standby phase. So if they already have like 3 monsters on the field or something, you could just set this, they draw, and then Thunder of Rule, they can't declare attack that turn. And my side deck is I run 3 wave motion cannons. Basically, I use this format because everything's chainable, so they'll probably on the second turn they'll side out everything that destroys, like a Heavy Storm and stuff, because everything is chainable. And then I'll side in like wave motion cannons, because then they'll probably, if they did side their Heavy Storm out, these will be a lot safer. Plus they have 3 Dark Bribes and Solemns to back them up. A Magic Cylinder just for burn and saves your monster from getting destroyed and flipped when you don't want it. A Level Limit B just in case they don't run anything to pop. This is a good way to stall. Same with the Gravity Bind. Torrential. This deck does flip a lot of things, and when you set down a Morphing Jar number 2, they attack it, and then they get all their monsters, but you don't get one because Morphing Jar number 2 died. So when they flip their stuff, you just Torrential and get rid of their field. 1 more Stealth Bird, just for the burn. 1 more Koala, just for the burn. Ceasefire. Like I said, this deck a lot of times ends up with 5 monsters on my side and 5 monsters on my enemy's side, because my enemy can't declare an attack, can't get rid of my monsters, and my monsters just fill up. So this will be a really good burn. If you have 5 and 5, that'll be 5,000 burn. I run 3 Dimensional Fissures, just for decks that rely a lot of graveyard. But the thing is about this, that it only sends the monsters. So if I flip Morphing Jar number 2, it sends their monsters, like their high haters, out of play, and it saves all my traps and spells on the graveyard, like keeps the traps and spells on the graveyard, so I could recover them. Like if I send a Crush card, and then I could recover a Mask of Darkness from the graveyard into my hand and use Crush card, and that would be devastating. Also use 2 Royal Oppression, just in case my opponent does swarm a lot and special summon like crazy, like plants and stuff, annoying. Yeah, they're good. Well, thanks for watching. This is my Mill Burn Fun deck. I haven't really tested it out on the tourney yet, but so far it's really annoying to my opponents, pisses them off, which is a lot of fun for me. Well, hope you guys enjoy, and rate and comment, and yeah, give me some ideas. Thank you.